Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Legends of Tomorrow Season 7 review series. And today I am going to be talking about episode 10, The Fixed Points, which I have just finished watching. And this episode was slightly better than the last episode because in the last edition of this series I mentioned that episode 9 was terrible. I didn't enjoy it at all. It was a real chore to watch, just was very painful for me. And the only highlight of this episode was Birad actually had his own moments and was able to be real and therefore stopping the Demons reality TV show. That was probably the only good thing about that episode. But aside from that, just didn't have anything going for it. And we saw at the end of episode 9, Gideon suggested to the Legends they travel to 1914 to stop the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, much to the surprise of the Legends. So episode 10 more or less picks up where we left off. And we also saw the return of Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, played once again by Matt Lesher. Now, it's been a long time since we've seen Matt Lesher on the show. The last time we saw Matt Lesher on the show was back in season 2 when he was leading the Arrowverse's Legion of Doom with Malcolm Merlin, Damien Dark, and a young Leonard Snart, and Mick Rory actually joined forces with them for a couple of episodes. That was the last time we saw him, and I think he made one more appearance in The Flash season 3 with the whole Flashpoints episode. That was the last time we've seen him. Reverse Flash has been played throughout most of the Arrowverse run by Tom Cavanagh. Always great, does an excellent job. But I did miss Matt Lesher on the show, and it was great to see him. But he played a different kind of role in this episode. We see him not really as a villain as such. He was just, there really. He's lost his speed after being defeated. The Time Roths removed his speed and re-educated him, and now they've got him to defend the fixed points. And he even helps the Legends and agrees to delay the Archduke's assassination by 40 minutes. So Eobard Thawne wasn't really a bad guy. He kind of just helped the Legends out, really. So it was different to see that with him. And also in this episode, we see Astra and Birad are now a couple, but they're taking it slow. Zari and Spooner are connecting. And we also see that Ava realizes if Dr. Gwyn rescues Ullen, he won't invent time travel, but Gwyn feels he doesn't deserve to be Ullen due to being a man of faith. And we also see the Legends realize someone is freezing time and killing the rescues, and they use an anti-time manipulator built from the time machine's parts, and they are able to defeat them. So they manage to save the fixed points, and all is right with history. So, this was an enjoyable episode. Not the greatest, but certainly a lot better than the last one because I just didn't like the last one at all. And we see after Thawne has resumed time, we see the Wave Rider lands near the Legends, so it looks like they're on their way home. But by and large, as I said, this was an enjoyable episode. Not the greatest, although there was some moments that did get on my nerves, did rub me up the wrong way. But I would probably say, by and large, this was decent. Wouldn't say this was forgivable, but certainly better than the last one. So I'll probably take this one as kind of an apology for the last one. And as far as I'm concerned, that last episode deserves an apology because it was just absolutely terrible. And also, it was also mentioned at the end of the episode, just before the legends were ready to board the Wave Rider, time is being rewritten. So who knows what's going to happen. But the last thing Sarah said at the end that no more do-overs. So looks like legends are going to get their serious heads on. Although I've been wrong before, but this definitely sets up for the next 3 episodes of season 7. So we'll just have to see how this is going to play out. But as I said, this was pretty decent. Certainly a lot more enjoyable than the last episode, but it wasn't perfect. So I'm going to say this episode was kind of 50-50. But great to see Matt Leshier back as Eobard Thawne after such a long time. And that was probably the highlight for me of this episode. So that's going to be it from me. I am going to wrap this up now. What was your thoughts on episode 10? Did you enjoy it? What was your thoughts on Eobard Thawne returning as Matt Lesher playing him? Did you enjoy that? And what was your thoughts on the real Eobard Thawne actually helping Sarah Lance out prevent the assassination attempt of Ferdinand? Did you think that was pretty good? And also, now that the Legends have got their Wave Rider back, what do you think is going to happen next? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Legends of Tomorrow Season 7 review series, where I am going to be talking about episode 11, which should be a pretty good one, and I'm quite interested to see how that's going to play out, especially with the way this one ended. So, should be an interesting one to talk about. So, until next time, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.